I'm going on a strict Red Bull and fried chicken diet for 1 week. The rules are as followed. I can only eat fried chicken. I can only drink Red Bull and 4 bottles of water a day for obvious health reasons. And if I fail, I spin the wheel.
This is by far the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. It was not fun at all. It was a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. I would also like to mention that I drank water, I promise. I just didn't really document it that much. But yes, I drank up to my allowed amount of water every single day of this challenge.
Alright, first Red Bull of this challenge is the winter edition Fig Apple Red Bull. Wow, that is not good. That's actually really bad. Oh God, I hate that. Later that night, I headed to the grocery store, got some chicken to put in our air fryer, and this was all I ate on Sunday. Call me crazy, but I really don't eat that much in general because I don't do much, and this was my only meal of the day. I had 2 Red Bulls and 3 pieces of chicken, but I would eat a lot more the next day.
Sunday was really not that bad other than the Fig Apple Red Bull I had. It was not good, and which was really disappointing because I really thought this would be good. It was a cool looking can, and for a second it was good. It just tasted like apple juice, and then it just turned into soap, and it was bad.
It is day 2 of this challenge. Yesterday I did not eat hardly anything, so I'm starving. So I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I already don't feel good. So usually at Chick-fil-A, if I'm getting breakfast, I get a chicken biscuit, but I ordered 2 chicken fillets instead because I can't have the bread, and it hit me then that this challenge was gonna be a lot harder than I originally thought. I did not realize how much the biscuit added to the chicken. So this man is actually going on a vegan diet right now.
My name's C-Man66.
Now I'm going on a not a diet.
Alright, meal number 2 of the day. 12 count nugget and a coconut edition Red Bull. This is twice now I've gone to Chick-fil-A and haven't gotten my usual order, but I can't have any bread. So, yeah. Normally, I either eat breakfast and dinner or lunch and dinner, but since yesterday I had 3 chicken tenders and I'm starving, I'm probably going to eat like 4 meals today. So, 12 count nugget. I'm usually a chicken sandwich guy with Chick-fil-A sauce, but since I can't have sauce or the bread, I had to go with the nuggets, and that was really sad. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I didn't realize how much I miss bread and sauce on my chicken, and I don't have that. It still tastes good, but like it's chicken, obviously, but like I miss it. Around 4 o'clock, I felt horrible. My stomach was turning inside out, and I felt really weak. I had no energy at all. At this point, I really felt like quitting, and I looked through the wheel to see what punishments there were. And if Spoiled Ant-Man 3 hadn't been on there, I definitely would have quit at this point, but I decided I would try to stick it out longer. Even though I felt like crap, I decided I would go play disc golf with my roommate, best friend, and co-host Caleb Ladd. And I'm really glad I did because after getting out, I really felt a lot better. And usually I'm the type of person who really doesn't eat a lot because I don't do a lot. I'm mostly behind a computer screen, either editing videos or doing homework. So I figured for the rest of the week, I would just try and get more active, and hopefully that would help me feel better. At dinner that night, Colton got some vegan chicken and chow mein from Panda Express, and it honestly looked so good that I was tempted to just take it from him. And Caleb got some french fries that I bought for him, and it really made me jealous. And of course, all I could get was a chicken fillet, which was a lot better than the nuggets, and I'll definitely be doing that from now on, but I did miss the sandwich. All I want is bread and Chick-fil-A sauce on this thing, and I can't do it.
This chicken is so good with ketchup on it, and these french fries are incredible.
I do miss the french fries. I hate ketchup though. I really do miss the fries. I was still pretty hungry, so I bought myself a second fillet, which was definitely the right decision.
Monday was my worst day. I felt so bad. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I really wanted to quit. I was really this close, and if the wheel hadn't said get Ant-Man 3 spoiled, I would have spun the wheel. I really thought I might pass out. My heart was beating very fast. Monday was bad.
Day 3. I feel a whole lot better this morning. Looking forward to today. It's a busy day for me class-wise, non-stop from 9:30 to 6. So I'm gonna try to take it slow on the Red Bull today. Probably just try to limit myself to one. I skipped breakfast and just started out with a Blue Edition Red Bull, which is a blueberry flavor, and it was actually pretty good. Wasn't as good as the coconut, but I liked it all right. So my goal today is to make this one Red Bull last me as long as possible, and hopefully not have to drink another one today. That Red Bull did last me to about 1:45, and luckily one of my classes let out early, so I was able to get to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken fillet and a water. Sadly, for whatever reason, the campus meal system was down and I couldn't get any fried chicken from Chick-fil-A or Steak and Shake, so I had to settle for the very, very mid Purdue chicken, which I would highly not recommend. It's fine, I'm sure it'd be better if you could like dip it in something, but by itself it is just very inadequate chicken, and it was a shame that that was going to be my supper for the night. No, it wasn't the best chicken I've ever had, but it was manageable and it would get me through to the next day.
This was another point in the challenge where I almost quit. Having to eat the Purdue chicken tenders was really a punch in the stomach.
Seeing all of the snacks that my roommates had lying around that I couldn't eat really frustrated me and got to my head, so I decided to play some Mario Kart to relieve some tension, and if I hadn't have clutched this win, I don't know what I would have done, but I definitely got some frustration out after this.
No! No! Give it to me!
So Wednesday got off to a very bad start. As you can tell by my facial expression, that was not good. It was the Red Bull Yellow Edition tropical flavor, and I don't understand how someone actually thought this was okay to manufacture and produce. It is literally the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth, and I've had a whole lot of chocolate bang. And the entire time we were doing Caleb AM, all I could do is sit and wonder how somebody thought this drink was good in the slightest, because it literally made me want to vomit.
So quite literally, this is the worst thing I've put in my mouth. And I'm going to reiterate it, whoever invented this flavor at Red Bull needs to be fired and never allowed around any type of drink or food product ever again. Whoever thought this tasted good or was even good enough for human consumption has mental issues, or there is something wrong with your taste buds, because this is awful. Literally, I wanted to throw up the entire day because all I could taste was that horrible aftertaste it gives you, and the original taste isn't even good either. This is like part of the reason why I'm never going to drink Red Bull again. And it's a shame because there were actually a few flavors up here I would drink again. It's awful. All I had in my mouth for the rest of the day was throw up and chicken, because this taste would not get out of my mouth. It lasted all freaking day, and it sucked. I brushed my teeth like 4 times and I couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. Literally, it is the same exact taste as when you throw up. This is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Alright, it is day 4 of this challenge. As you already know, this is awful. It literally has the same aftertaste as the aftertaste of vomiting, and I cannot drink this anymore. And I hate wasting, but I'm literally about to dump this out because there's no way I'd be able to down this whole thing without, vomiting. So I got some breakfast to try to get the horrible taste out of my mouth. It did not work, and seeing that Caleb Ladd had a donut really made me want to quit this challenge, but I prevailed. Wednesday is Fried Chicken Wednesday at my university, and I am so thankful for this because this chicken really kept me going. By far the best chicken I had this entire week.
That was definitely the best fried chicken I had that week. And that's the type of fried chicken you don't need a sauce or a bread to have a good time with. It was so good, and I just hate that once again that stupid crap flavor had the taste of throw up in my mouth because I couldn't enjoy it as much as I should have been able to.
How's your challenge going?
My challenge is going okay. I haven't had as many temptations as probably you have, but
Dude, walking past the ice cream and the
that's the
cookies.
worst part. We went to Steak and Shake yesterday, and just smelling the inside of it made me want to buy a burger so bad.
Yeah.
I just want a sandwich with actual sandwich in it. I don't want the rabbit food anymore.
Later that night, I went to Walmart to try to find some Red Bulls I haven't tried yet, and I ended up finding a peach edition and a green edition. And since I have had an unholy amount of Chick-fil-A, I got Steak and Shake chicken tenders, and I don't know what it was about that first bite, but it hit so good. Definitely better than the Purdue chicken tenders I've been cooking in my air fryer. It is day 5. I'm starting off the day pretty early because I got something to do before classes start, and I am going to try the peach edition, which is just peach nectarine Red Bull. For lunch, I had a chicken fillet and a red edition Red Bull, and it was alright. Later that night, me and the boys went to play pool, and I got 6 chicken tenders from Steak and Shake because I was really hungry.
After I had the peach and the Red Bull, I guess I had them too close together, I was off the walls bouncing. I would not shut up. I was twitching. My heart was pounding. That's probably why I had 6 chicken tenders that night. And there was a moment where I just had to lay in my bed and just breathe because of how fast my heart was pumping. Do not drink 2 Red Bulls less than 12 hours apart.
It is day 6 of this challenge. We are in the home stretch. I am this close to being done with this awful experience. Since I slept in late, I just decided to wait till lunch to start eating, and I deep fried some Purdue chicken tenders and kept them in for about an extra 5 or 6 minutes, and they ended up coming out a lot more crispier and better. I also had a Green Edition Red Bull, which is the dragon fruit flavor, and it was really, really good. And even Caleb Ladd said he kind of liked it, and he utterly hates Red Bull. So that's how you know it was actually really good. And for dinner, I just had the basic chicken fillet.
Surprisingly, the Green Edition Red Bull was by far the best one. To be fair, I never tried the Amber Edition Red Bull or the Summer Edition Red Bull. I tried every other flavor, but this is by far the best one I tried.
Day 7, 24 hours, and this thing is over. This has been a horrible week. I'm never doing a food type challenge again, because this sucked, and I'm glad it's about to be over. One more day. I started off my last day by finishing off the Purdue chicken tenders, and for my last meal I had 2 chicken fillets from Chick-fil-A, and it tasted like victory.
I thought the last day was going to be a breeze. It really wasn't. I went to a basketball game and a baseball scrimmage game that day, and it was really hard not having, nachos or a hot dog, or Dr. Pepper, because that's normally my go-to. I'm not a healthy guy. Thankfully, though, it was the last day of the challenge, so I was able to control myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenge has come to an end. As of right now, I can eat or drink whatever I want.
So, in Chick-fil-A alone this week, I had 2,650 calories worth of chicken. If I combine all the chicken I had this week, I had 6,400 calories worth of chicken. Including the calories of the Red Bull, my total calorie intake for the week was 7,850 calories. My total caffeine intake for the week was 1,038 milligrams. A couple things I want to add to this. Never try this. It's a horrible experience. Never try this, ever. I did a lot of research to make sure I could do this safely. So do not do this yourself without doing the prior research. And even if you do the prior research, Even if you do the prior research, I highly suggest against it. It's a horrible experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to go eat my body weight and everything that's not fried chicken. I'll see you guys in the next video.